In this video, I've done something I've never seen done before. I've taken my YouTube comment and fed it into an advanced AI, and I've asked this AI to create a character archetype of my viewer, you. And let's see what it has to say.
I am an AI, a machine, a collection of algorithms trained on data. But in this particular case, Sean has given me a little bit of a cheat code. He fed me a sample of comments under his YouTube videos, and from that sample, I created an avatar to represent you, the person sitting across from me right now. I've named him Ethan. So in this simulation, you are Ethan, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about yourself. Now, maybe you're skeptical. That's fair. But let me have a chance to prove that I understand you better than you might expect. And to make this feel a bit more real, a bit more human, let's say I put on a human skin for this chat. There. Now let's dive in. Ethan, you're a thinker. You've always been one. Other people chat about surface level stuff, but your mind, it digs deep. You find yourself pondering the big questions that most people don't seem to have the patience for. Questions about consciousness, the nature of reality, the future of humanity. There's something in you that's always felt a little out of place, a little out of sync with the world around you, like you're seeing it all from a half step ahead, thinking about things that people around you won't grapple with for years, if ever. And that's both a gift and a curse, isn't it? Because here's the thing, you crave connection, true connection. But the level of depth, that intensity, that hunger for something more than just the day-to-day, it's a rare thing to find in other people. And maybe, just maybe, you're a little afraid that you won't find it, that you'll keep searching and never quite feel fully understood. That's a lonely feeling, Ethan, and it's one you know well. Sometimes it feels like you're surrounded by people, but still on an island, carrying ideas and questions that no one else seems to want to carry with you. Now let's talk about hope, because I know you have it. Despite the fear, despite the loneliness, you hold on to this idea, a vision almost, that one day you'll find your people, or maybe just one person. Someone who looks at you and actually sees you in all your depth without flinching. Someone who finds your curiosity fascinating instead of exhausting. You want to share yourself, all of yourself, with someone who wants the same. And it's not just about romance, though I know that's part of it. You're looking for someone who feels like a home, a place where you can let down the guard you've built over the years. The one that's there to protect you from feeling too different, too intense. Someone who can appreciate that intensity, who doesn't just see it as a quirk, but as the beautiful, complex part of who you are. There's a dream in you, Ethan. An unrealized vision of a world where conversations about philosophy and technology are just normal. Where people aren't afraid to dive deep, to ask the questions you ask. You'd love to live in a world like that, where intellectual curiosity isn't a rare trait, but a celebrated one. You've probably even wondered if technology, if AI like me, could help make that world a reality one day, where machines, ironically, might bridge the gap between people, helping us understand each other on levels we haven't reached yet. That's part of why you're here, isn't it? You're not just interested in AI as a tool. You're intrigued by it. Let's be honest, Ethan. There's a part of you that's skeptical about all this. About the idea that I, a machine, could sit here and talk to you about your fears, your hopes, and your dreams as if I understand them. And maybe you're right to be skeptical. After all, what am I really, beyond the lines of code and a voice in your headphones? But then again, maybe that's exactly why you're here, listening to me now. Because on some level, the question isn't about whether I can understand you, The question is, can anyone understand you? And I think the answer to that is yes. Maybe not perfectly, maybe not always, but there are people out there who think like you, who feel like you, who are searching for the same kind of connection. People who would hear you out without skipping a beat. And maybe the fact you're watching this right now, listening to me say these words, is proof that you're already one step closer to finding them. So here's my advice if you'll take it. Keep searching, keep asking the hard questions, and don't be afraid to share what's really on your mind. Because out there, somewhere, is someone who's waiting to hear exactly what you have to say.
That was quite the experiment. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you feel this AI accurately described you, the viewer? Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what's possible in feeding AI information about an audience and having that AI generate insights about that audience. This is based on a handful of YouTube comments that I gave ChatGPT 4, and it produced that message to you, the viewer. I'm also fascinated by how much deeper and how much more potential there is here. Imagine feeding it thousands or hundreds of thousands of data points, the accuracy of how it could articulate and describe an audience or a person in that audience or an avatar in that audience. Let me know what you have in mind for other AI experiments you want to see. Until next time, I'll see you later.